Hey, it's Chris, and I'm super excited to tell you about my four-step process that I use with homeowners to achieve their sales goals and eliminate hassle. I've been selling real estate for over 11 years now, and I've been in the market throughout many different changes. Following a process is important as the rules of the real estate transaction game have changed, and they're changing and they continue to change right before our eyes today. Agents have not had to use their skill set over the last 3 years as interest rates were super low, and in combination with increased savings because of the pandemic, it fueled a frenzy where buyers and their agents were throwing heaps of money with no contingencies at sellers. And listing agents needed no skill to negotiate offers as they came over the fence already well above list and having little to no contingencies. We're now entering back into a skills-based market where a significant portion of the buyer pool has been pushed into a lower price bracket or completely out of the market. We now have buyers in their new price brackets who aren't as excited with their current finish level for the price, and then we also have buyers who have remained in their price bracket that have the wherewithal to get things done because they're well qualified, but they're doing it in a much more sober and conservative fashion. I take pride in helping homeowners prepare for selling their home and provide them with a tremendous amount of resources. I help them identify their home's unique selling proposition. Then, we aggressively market in the digital space using social media to drive foot traffic to your home. We negotiate the best possible price and terms for your home, and then negotiate during the contract to close period to remove avenues of exit that the buyer might have. And this last step has been a step that's been missing over the last several years. So, in a nutshell, we've got 4 necessary steps to this process. And, wait one second, I did it. There it is. Prelim, prep, promo, perfecting the contract, and getting your contract to close, which means we've sold your home. Now, when we get into prelim, it's our discovery phase. And we want to make sure that we uncover all of your goals and interests. This step is critical in each of the following steps. For example, your equity harvest desires will drive pricing, which will have a direct impact on how we present your home in the promotional step. Your reinvestment tolerance could determine how much work is done in the prep phase. It might affect the position in the marketplace during the promo phase, and could ultimately affect us in the home inspection negotiation in the perfect stage. So, the step is foundational and all of your interests must be uncovered so that we can market your home correctly and negotiate the best possible terms for you. Now, we provide 3 marketing plans that fit your needs for over 90% of the homeowners in our area. We're going to review these plans with you and you'll be able to choose the one that will drive the most buyers to your home. Now, the second step is prep, and this is another foundational step where a good portion of your success will be determined. If our product, which is your home, is not presented in a realistic and logical manner in the marketplace, we're not going to attract enough attention to drive people to get to the house. We only have one chance to make a splash when entering the market, and we need to be sure that we are ready in every way. Our home's condition, its appearance, the marketing materials need to be ready to implement, and the audiences developed ahead of time so that when we go live, we can go right to 0 to 60 in a few seconds. Here's this promo phase. And in the promo step, we implement the marketing plan that you had selected, and we provide you with the homeowner marketing materials that are consistent with our marketing efforts so that our message is consistent and you can share the information with your friends, family, coworkers, whoever it might be. And we do this so that you're not sending them to sites that we don't control. We want to be able to remarket to these people and be available to answer any questions or show the property. For example, if you sent them to Zillow, they will see an automated value that might not be helpful. And if they reached out to an agent on Zillow, they'd be paired with a random agent who does not know your home and is not vested into selling your home, but rather any home will do. So in the perfect stage, We negotiate a great price and beneficial terms, and that's super important. But we also removing contingencies, and we're going to remove any avenues of exit, and that's going to be super important as well. See, buyer agents have been conditioned to do and say anything to get a property under contract for their client, especially if they know there's a way they can get out of the contract without penalty if they can use a contingency. During the contract to close period, it is my job to remove these contingencies and protect your interest. I'm going to go over this in a little bit more depth in a few slides. So the next two slides are kind of key to understand. Most of our buyers are in the older boomer or younger boomer and below, right? And so 97% of all buyers are online. And why do we use this four-step process? Well, because buyers don't shop the way that they used to. Everyone is now looking at homes online. And, buyers are discounting homes based on floor plans, whatever the appearance might be, poor photos, bad sales copy, and other marketing mishaps like pricing or even lack of marketing or even lack of access, right? No open houses and no ability to show. This tells us where the buyers are viewing the listings. And normally when I talk with most sellers, they're thinking Zillow, Realtor, and the likes. That's where the buyers are. Now they're there, but I want to draw your attention to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Look at the amount of visitor and average site duration, right? In addition, we're able to get and target people on those platforms much better. For example, we can't target people on Zillow and Trulia, and we can't really run ads there. They just show our listings to everybody in a sea of listings. But on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, we are able to run targeted ads on those platforms to buyers that are spending time on those sites. Now, Zillow and the likes, they create a great user interface to keep viewers engaged on their page, right? They're not really there to sell your home, but to sell advertising to agents and mortgage brokers. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are more of a community experience which most of the buyers are drawn to and expect these days. So we know that the buyers are finding your home online, right? And appearance is everything, and it needs to be consistent when they arrive at the home as well. Now, staging is not always about bringing furniture into the home. It's sometimes just a design consultation with a rearrangement of your existing furniture. And in fact, you can see in this picture, this shows a successful rearrangement of furniture with a color change on the walls, as well as changing the light bulbs. And you can kind of see all the distractions in the before picture, that large fan, the large vases beside the mirror on the hearth. The fireplace was blocked. There was just a lot of stuff going on there, right? And you can see with the color change and the lighting and everything, it's just a lot more inviting, right? Less oppressive. And so it doesn't take a whole house full of furniture sometimes. Sometimes it's just a design consult with some decluttering and the reposition of an existing furniture. Now, during the prep phase, I want to make sure that you know that we have plenty of resources to help you prepare. I've got a web page dedicated to resources for homeowners with my best home vendors. So whether it's a tree guy, a home repairman, a plumber, estate liquidation, moving company, we've got you covered. If you don't see it on that web page, just call me and I've probably got somebody. Now, we get nothing in return from these vendors other than their commitment to treat you fairly and not to have callbacks on the work that they performed. During this phase, at the prep phase, we're also going to find, and you heard me mention it earlier, your unique selling proposition, okay? And the pic on the left, we have a mid-century modern home with a wall of windows looking out to the beautiful backyard. The front of the house is attractive enough, but it just really doesn't have that many windows, and it looks like a one level from the front. And it really didn't show off the unique selling proposition of this particular house. And if we took the photos during the daytime, that wouldn't show the windows off either. So we did a twilight photography to show off the windows and the blending of the interior and exterior space, which is part of the mid-century modern design approach, right? Now the second picture on the right is actually highlighting an expansive rooftop terrace. It was a video with a built-in grill, a refrigerator, a bar prep area, and a mounted TV. And so we find what the unique selling proposition is, and that's what we want to drive home. And it's usually within the first 2 or 3 pictures of our advertisements, or solely on our advertisements is the thing that you see. But even on our regular listing into Zillow and the rest of these places, you're going to find your unique selling proposition within the first 3 to 5 pictures. And when we talk about pictures, once we find out what makes your home amazing, we get professional photography to show off your home's USP, right? We never use non-professional photography. We've got a great photographer that I've been using for over 11 years. He has a really good perspective on how to take shots, especially of homes that have been marketed before. He can usually get a different photo of a home, make it look attractive, highlight the unique selling proposition of it, and do it in an angle that makes it look like a completely different house. Now, also in preparation, we also want to start some of the marketing efforts. And even though we might not be marketing it to the general public, there's several things that we do. There's actually a couple things that we do. The first thing that we do is we feature your home on our proprietary brokerage portal, where we have over 900 KW Metro Center agents that have the ability, along with their clients, to see your home and know that it's coming to the market soon. Our goal is to create demand and be able to go from 0 to 60 quickly with our marketing efforts when your home's ready to be on the market. But part of this is building a list of people that we can market the home to when we're ready to go on the market. And this is one of those steps. We're able to get in front of over 900 KW agents and their clients. Now, in addition to that, we do like inventory advertisements. And you will see what we're doing here is trying to build audiences that we can market your home to. And so what we do is we advertise based on inventory type, price range, whether it's a feature, proximity, like near water or near a golf course, maybe it's garage space, whatever the USP is, and whatever we think that the inventory type and where buyers will be, we'll advertise towards that. And you can see that these advertisements are nondescript. It's not, any one particular house. And what we're doing here is we're building audiences that fit your home. And for example, in the case of the third ad over, you're going to see hot market alert. We put together a free report of 2-bedroom condos. Well, we're looking for 2-bedroom condos because we got a 2-bedroom condo coming on the market, right? We don't want 1-bedroom condo buyers. We don't want 3-bedroom condo buyers. We want 2-bedroom condos. So we put that out there because we're building an audience and we're qualifying at the same time. We want to eliminate people that we don't want to send ads to, right? If they're not going to buy your home, we don't want to market to them. So these ads are super important. They really help us get traction and get moving really quick. Now, when we are ready to step into the promo phase, we're going to distribute your home to the real estate brokerage websites and over 350 additional websites, including Realtor, Zillow, Truwillia, Homes.com, and many more. But it doesn't end there. We advertise your home in the platforms that have the most traffic and visit or time spent on visit duration, right? Remember the social media slide that we showed earlier? Well, here's how we fit into this, right? Here's our inventory ad all the way, our like inventory ad all the way off to the left, which is done during the prep phase. And here you can see the layered effect of the advertisement campaigns. Having an audience ready to go cuts down on the time it takes us to get the algorithm to fire up and to learn who's interested in the ads, as it allows us to retarget to people who have previously interacted with our ad, right? So if they've interacted with a like inventory ad, they're going to be interested in the just listed and open house campaigns, right? If they're interested in the like inventory ad and the just listed and open house, well, guess what? They're going to like that retarget campaign too, right? We'll send them videos. And you'll see in each of the ads on the ones to the right, you'll see that kitchen. Okay, the kitchen in the top right photo, in the middle ad, and then also down in the bottom left of that middle ad, you can see the kitchen. You can see the pictures of the kitchen, which is the USP, as that whole main level floor, and then you can see me doing the video on that main level floor as well. So our just listed videos perform fantastically well when we have enough time to build these audiences. And so you've probably received just listed postcards, right? And I would challenge any postcard to reach 2,800 people. You just can't do it. It's just too expensive, right? In this example, we targeted 2,800 viewers, and we put the ad in front of them 1.5 times to get tremendous engagement, right? 1,600 engagements. Now, if I sent out almost 3,000 postcards, how many people do you think would have to engage in those? I mean, they just look at the postcard and then they throw it in the trash, right? Usually, if you're getting a just listed postcard or an open house postcard, you're a neighbor, right? You're already there. You already own a house. You'd have to sell a house in order to be able to buy a house. It just doesn't make sense. Here, what we're able to do for our advertising dollars is we're able to reach out to buyers and hit them more than one time. We're able to remarket to them several times. So, we target real buyers and we connect with them multiple times. And it's not like a just listed card that just gets tossed out in the trash. It's something that people are able to share with other people and that they can go back to and save, and then it's up for us to be able to retarget to them as well. Same thing here, another just listed campaign. This shows that we're able to target buyers in a larger geographic area as well, not just the local neighborhood, right? So if you're a townhome buyer, I mean, you could be buying a townhome pretty much anywhere in Northern Virginia. There was so many NVR neighborhoods around here. But let's take a look at this. We were able to reach out to 17,000 people. We hit 17,000 people. They all got 2 impressions each, just about. And we were able to drive 2,200 people to engage in the post, right? So again, you can do that on the digital advertising. That's where the buyers are. That's where they want to see it. And it's much more economical. We can drive and control the narrative and control what's being said. And we can answer questions and get people engaged. Here's our digital open house ad. And you can see this is for a property that was over in Kingstown. We were able to get 489 link clicks, and we used a targeted audience, roughly about 7,500 or a little bit better. And, you know, those people saw that ad almost twice. So, you know, usually with open houses, you're going to see a lot of agents knock around the house to knock on the neighbors' doors, or they're going to circle prospect via phone. You know, that might work with some mixed results. Again, what we do is digitally, and we like to get out in front of people, get them engaging in our ads so that we can continually send them messages. And all those messages and digital messages that we send them in advertisements all have a call to action, right? We want to get these people raising their hand saying, yes, I want to go to the open house, or yes, I want to see the property. For someone to do that on a just listed postcard or an open house postcard, they would actually have to take that postcard, go to the computer, plug in the address. They'd probably find it on Zillow or Trulia, and then, you know, that would not be consistent with what we're trying to do, which is control the user experience, bring them through to the websites that we want to bring them through, have them see the advertisements that we want to see them, have them see, and also schedule showings through us. Now, this is we advertise on YouTube as well, right? So in addition to Facebook, we also advertise on Google and YouTube. And here we split tested several ads, and we allocated our budget towards the video that performed the best. And let me just show you that real quick. Well, that's not working out well. Do you know how much more sunlight you get living in an end unit townhouse? Well, if you don't know, now's your chance. So you can see, to find out. So you can see just on that ad, there was the hook. It was crisp. It was clear. Um, that was the better performing ad, and it got people interested and drove traffic to that particular property, this one over here on the right. And with Google and YouTube, what we do is we have to create landing pages. Facebook, it's a little bit different. We have lead pages. No need to kind of tell you all of that, but we convert them so that they're able to be among the first to see the home. And you can kind of see here that there's a little bit of a video that'll walk them through, but when they want to see the home, they'll contact us and we'll be able to help drive that showing traffic because we know we're vested in selling that home. Now, we're going to market your home to other agents. We have software that allows us to reverse prospect and find agents with buyers who have viewed your home. We also visit competing inventory and see which agents have been showing those homes, right? And we follow up with them to make sure that they are aware and that their clients are aware of the house that we have listed. And so we still believe, even though we do a lot of digital, we do believe that it's still a belly-to-belly business. We do reach out to other brokerages and other agents and co-brokers to make sure that they're aware of the listing. So the marketing aspect of it and why all this is important to you is that, the whole goal is to get people in the home to maximize the amount of offers that we can work with. And that's going to be more important moving forward as we're not getting as many offers as we used to. It's still a seller's market favoring sellers, but it's not like it was over the last 3 years. So after we get you under contract, my job is to perfect the contract, right? This is the last step. And we're going to remove all the avenues of exit that may exist for the buyer. And we're starting to see more contingencies come into these contracts as the craziness that we went through over the last few years, that has ended, right? And so we're starting to see more contingencies sneak back into the contracts. Now, when I negotiate, I've got a long history of using principled negotiation strategies to get great results. I focus on buyers' interests rather than solely focusing on their position. And it allows us not to get bogged down, right? For example, if a buyer sent over a list of items needing repair during a home inspection contingency, it would be very easy to get bogged down either on the number of items or on a dollar amount of credit that they were looking for, right? It's just really narrow and easy to get bogged down. Now, if I know my seller's interest was to close quickly, and I knew that I could save them a mortgage payment, perhaps we could propose an agreement of repairs under the condition of a quicker close, right? And so perhaps the seller can be spared a mortgage payment to offset the repairs. See what I mean? I focus on interests while other agents are playing checkers. I gain a good deal of information about the buyer prior to accepting a contract because buyer agents are willing to provide a lot of information just to get their offer accepted. Things change after we get under contract. There's a lot less communication from that buyer agent, and the ability to get more and more information becomes more difficult. So getting more information on the front end eliminates a changing narrative that could occur while we're trying to remove contingencies during negotiations during the contract to close period. Now, I also say never split the difference, and I've seen some people that have been successful in splitting the difference, and usually when they're successful at splitting the difference, they get 30% of what they want before they even throw over. We can split the difference, right? So if the goal was 100 and they get you up to 30, and then there becomes an impasse and they say, why don't we just split the difference? Right? Well, at that point in time, right, they've got 80% of what they were looking for. So some skilled people do use it, but for the most part, it's a novice negotiating strategy, and it's usually done by people that just really aren't thinking about interest-based negotiations. So there are many things taking place behind the scenes during the contract close period. We're making sure all of the exits are closed shut. We're making sure that they've been given the proper disclosures. We work through the home inspection process with them, meet the appraiser at the property to make sure that the appraiser has an appraisal kit so that they know how we've determined the value in the marketing. And we also work to make sure all other contingencies are removed. We follow up with the lender to make sure that the loan has successfully moved through the underwriting process. We verify that the earnest money deposit has been made. We ensure that the title commitment is being issued and coordinate and communicate with the closing company all of the information needed for a smooth settlement. And so that's it. So that's the whole process. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me at 571-228-4159. If you're seeing this before your prelim meeting with me, please go back to the prelim slide and take a look at that agenda, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing during our meeting. Usually I'll show up, we'll take a quick walk of the property, and then that slide is really the agenda that we're going to go through that day. Now, I look forward to meeting with you soon, and thanks again.